AITA for refusing to rehome my dog because my friend's child is allergic? I, 32F, have had my golden retriever, Milo, for 6 years. I got him during one of the hardest times of my life, when I was dealing with the loss of a parent and an unexpected breakup that left me completely alone in a city I had just moved to. I had no family nearby, no real support system, and was sinking into one of the worst depressive episodes I've ever experienced. Milo was my light in all of that. I got him as a puppy, trained him myself, and he became my constant. He's incredibly well-behaved, sweet, and friendly, the kind of dog that people stop on the street to pet because he's just that lovable. I work from home, so we're together all the time. He sleeps in my room, follows me around the house, and genuinely feels more like a child to me than a pet. I own my home, a modest but comfortable place with a big yard. There's a detached guest house on the property that I normally rent out, but I'd been between tenants for a few months. That little fact became very relevant when one of my closest friends, Erica, 34F, and her husband, Jake, 36M, found themselves in a tough spot. Erica and I have been friends for over a decade. We met in college, and even though life took us in different directions, we always stayed close. She and Jake have a 5-year-old daughter, Lily, and while I don't have kids myself, I love Lily to pieces. I've been around since she was born, and she even calls me Annie. A few months ago, Erica and Jake hit a financial crisis. Long story short, they had to leave their rental unexpectedly due to their landlord selling the property, and they were scrambling to find something affordable. With rent prices through the roof, they were struggling. They had a temporary option to stay with Jake's parents, but that was several hours away, and Erica didn't want to uproot Lily from her school if she could help it. Since I had the guest house sitting empty, I offered to let them stay there rent-free until they got back on their feet. I figured it was a win-win. They'd have a place to stay, Lily wouldn't have to change schools, and I wouldn't have to worry about finding new tenants right away. But before they moved in, I made one thing very clear. Milo is part of my household. He lives in a main house, but roams the shared yard. That's his home. I made sure Erica was okay with that before they moved in, and she assured me it wouldn't be a problem. Spoiler, it was a problem. The first week was fine. They settled in, and I honestly thought it was working out well. Then, one evening, Erica sat me down and told me there was an issue. Lily, she said, was allergic to dogs. This was news to me. Erica had never mentioned it before, despite all the time she had brought Lily over to my house in the past. But apparently, it wasn't a severe allergy, no anaphylaxis, nothing life-threatening. She would just get itchy and sneezy when she was around Milo for too long. Obviously, I felt bad. I don't want Lily to be uncomfortable in a place that's supposed to be safe for her. So I immediately offered to make adjustments. I told Erica that I'd keep Milo out of the guest house entirely, and even suggested getting an air purifier to help with allergens. I was more than willing to work with her on this. But that wasn't enough. Erica told me that even having Milo in the yard was too much of a risk, and that I needed to rehome him entirely if I wanted him to stay. I actually laughed at first. Like, I genuinely thought she was joking. I said, "Wait, you're not serious, right?" She was. She told me that Lily's health had to come first, and that as a parent, she couldn't put her child in an environment where she was constantly exposed to allergens. She said that if I truly cared about their well-being, I would make the sacrifice. I was stunned. I reminded her that I was doing them a massive favor by letting them live here for free. I told her that I understood Lily's allergies were frustrating, but Milo is my family, and I wasn't just going to give him away. That's when she got emotional. She said I was choosing a dog over a child, and that if I had kids of my own, I'd understand how selfish I was being. She accused me of endangering Lily's health and told me I was putting my own convenience over a little girl's well-being. I won't lie, that stung. I started to doubt myself. Was I being selfish? Was I prioritizing my own comfort over a child's needs? But then I remembered, this was temporary. They weren't being forced to live here. They had other options. If the allergy was really that unbearable, they could go stay with Jake's parents. I told her as much. I said, "I love you guys, but I'm not giving up my dog. If it's that bad, maybe staying here isn't the right solution." She lost it. She called me heartless, accused me of not caring about them, and stormed out. That night, they packed up and left to stay with Jake's parents after all. Since then, Erica has barely spoken to me. She'll send the occasional passive-aggressive text, but she's clearly furious. Some of our mutual friends think she was way out of line for demanding that I rehome my dog, but others have taken her side, saying that as someone without kids, I don't understand, and that I should have tried harder to compromise. But what was I supposed to do? I did try to compromise. I offered to keep Milo away from them, to get an air purifier, to do whatever I could short of giving him away entirely. But that wasn't enough for her. I feel guilty because I never wanted things to end like this. I hate that Lily was uncomfortable. I hate that my friendship with Erica is probably ruined. But at the same time, I can't imagine giving Milo up. He's my best friend, my family, and she expected me to just let him go because they needed a temporary place to stay? I don't know. Maybe I really don't get it because I don't have kids. Maybe I should have tried harder. Maybe I should have just let them go without the argument and saved the friendship. So, Reddit, Ida,